Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt, and welcome back to Crypto Kings. In today's video, I have an incredible announcement for you guys, including a 20+% jump for Shiba Inu. So if you guys are new, drop a like, subscribe for daily SHIB vids, and let's get right into it, folks. So if you guys haven't already seen this, what we're looking at here is literally a ridiculous surge on the day here right now, hitting 0.000034. And if you guys remember from a long time ago when we used to do videos on this channel, folks, when we look at the 3-month, you guys will really get a gauge here. I mean, this is incredible. We would see a jump like this from 6, 7 to 8 and be like, oh my goodness, this is amazing, it's a huge jump. And then we're all the way in the freaking stratosphere right now, folks. And what's incredible is when you look at the year chart, we are so close to hitting where we hit back in May, and really it was a several month period of consolidation to get to this point. And honestly, I think there are a lot of people who financially are going to be very happy from this. Speaking of being very happy financially, if you guys want to get even happier financially, top of the link down below in the description, guys, to my Webull. It is so easy to make an account. Literally, click the link. It take you 2 seconds. You go over there, and it's probably the quickest 15-20 bucks you'll ever make in free stocks. So all you guys got to do is use my link. If you don't use my link, you won't get the free stocks. And you support the channel anyway, so, if you guys like me or enjoy the channel, we both get some free stocks. Again, recently someone got a free share of Apple, so me and someone got a free share of Apple for doing that recently, and a fractional share of Facebook as well, so can really get lucky on there. Top of the link down below in the description. But anyways, guys, what's incredible about this surge is that obviously it comes after a period of consolidation, and I hate to be that guy that says, oh my god, I called this, but I called this. I said from the time here, really around the 18th, I said, hey, this kind of looks like a long period of consolidation where it's just going to kind of bounce between the top and bottom here, and could very well at the end of this little bounce see some kind of surge. And this does happen very frequently with crypto, but sort of timing this and determining when this happens, kind of takes a little while, because of course, there's really no set way to tell how any crypto out there can manage to explode like this. But ideally, from a sort of buying and selling perspective, what's happening here is the sort of buy period, or the sell period, the ding 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 that goes off in people's heads whenever it's time to buy or sell, that's getting closer and closer and closer. It's just kind of bouncing back and forth. Most people are determining that okay, 2.7 is the time to buy, and 2.8 is the time to sell. That's basically what went on here for a good 5-6 days. And obviously, the closer together those numbers are, the more likely a breakout is to happen, because once this line of resistance is broken through, which you guys can see, it gets absolutely shattered. We watch a skyrocket here all the way up to at its very highest peak, 3463, which is just incredible. So if we check the relative strength index, you guys can see it is way through the roof here all the way, but this doesn't always mean that it is going to come crashing down, because what the relative strength index shows is just how much buy volume is kind of supposed to happen based off of current market conditions for a particular asset. But what the relative strength index has not managed to do is sort of accurately predict the way market sentiment holds over time, especially through social media and things like that. So, if people want to hold on to this long enough, they will. And the relative strength index can't tell them no. But what I find interesting is that when we get closer, you guys can see that, this run was kind of primed, because the relative strength index here is still within its boundaries. Here you guys see at 66, even while we were at 283. So, again, it is basically saying that, yeah, even at the top here, at 2836, it is still considered, within normal buying and selling volume. So obviously, this line of resistance here, which I, drew for you guys here at around 29, this line of resistance was essentially what was keeping the relative strength index, from fully, sort of breaking out, and obviously was the sort of pivoting factor in bringing SHIB all the way up to 34.5 at its max, which is just incredible. Again, the highest, I think, during the SHIB craze in May was around 35, somewhere around here. So extremely, extremely close to the high. So that does leave us with a lot of questions, of course, which is, mainly, does this growth stay sustained? And of course, if I knew the answer to that, I'd be a millionaire. But unfortunately, no one really knows the answer to what, the price of an asset's going to be in a week from now or whatnot. But we can make some safe guesses. And I would say that the best guess we could probably make is to say, yeah, this volume is probably not going to be maintained. And I would guess that over the next few hours, we'll watch it dip to some level. Now, the idea is we don't want to watch it dip to where we started. And that's pretty much any crypto run. If we zoom out and really look from, the sort of main run that brought us to where we are now, if we look at the main run from October, because again, it almost doesn't even fit on the screen. When we look at our main run here from early October, what is impressive is to note how much of it is maintained. So we watch this sort of surge up here from 0.000008, all the way up to around, where we are now, 0.0000035. That's amazing, and of course we see some pullback, but the pullback sends it down to 0.00002, which still isn't really that much of a pullback compared to where we were. So again, this kind of a pullback here, of course, is to be expected, but we could very well see something like that happen again. So if we were to replicate this exact movement, if we were to replicate this exact momentum here, and I'll draw it after you guys, if we were able to replicate this sort of exact pattern here, what we very well could watch happen is watch this continue to rocket up. We could watch it continue to skyrocket, maybe going up to like, 0.05, whatever, something like this, this kind of a momentum, and then we watch it kind of crash and head down. But the crash, where it ends up landing is still higher than where we were, a week ago. So again, where it ends up landing is still better. Again, this is, kind of a ambitious guess. I can't guarantee it's going to get all the way up here, but, it would be safe to assume that, yes, if this run is maintained, if it continues to, kind of have a similar movement to what we saw earlier in October, we could very well have, another parabolic kind of run and then have a crash, but the crash ends a little bit higher, and that's kind of the goal. We know a crash is inevitable in a situation like this, but it's just where does the crash end? That really is the question. Now, let's say it doesn't go parabolic like that. Let's just say that, this is sort of a daily kind of one-time thing. You know what I mean? Maybe it levels off somewhere around 30. Maybe 30 becomes the new line of, basic, support. And that's fine, because that's still better than where we were, a few days ago. Obviously, you guys can see we're at like 27, 28, 27, 28. So if this little run today, is able to solidify 30 as the new sort of, permanent kind of, support line, that would be wonderful. That would be amazing, because that would still be so much better. That would still be, 5% more than what we've been watching for the majority of this week. So that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully that all made sense. That's kind of my approach to any kind of asset like this. Obviously, this stuff is very volatile. So, again, always do your research. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. But, in a situation like this, our goal is not to permanently retain the gains made today, because that's impossible, but to retain some of them to where it establishes a, sort of new zone for the future where, it's never hitting, those low 20s again. So that's my thoughts. Thank you guys for watching again. Make sure you use Webull. Top of the link down below in the description. My name is Matt. See you all in the next one. Peace.